Hello, so today we are here with the new topic, that is food chain. So let me remind you that in the previous video lecture we have studied about the concept of an ecosystem and also the components of ecosystem, that includes the biotic and abiotic component. Okay, so the biotic was all about the living organism that has been categorized in the producer, consumer का different category like primary, secondary and tertiary consumer, and also the decomposer. Okay, so these was the living organism or the biotic component, which already we have done with. And the next component was a abiotic factor, and abiotic factor is actually the non-living things, I can say, which is which is a physical factor like edaphic factor and climatic factor. But please don't focus today on the abiotic factor, because this part is still remaining. It's pending part, which I am going to explain you in the next video lecture. So let us not focus on this part. Just remember about the biotic factor, that is producer, consumer and decomposer, because this terms I am going to use in the today's part also. So you just keep it in a mind that what are the consumers, producers and all. Okay, so let us start with our today's part. Okay, the content, okay, the content, we can say what are the different points I am going to cover in this PPT. So first will be introduction of food chain, that is concept of food chain, and then we will see the kinds of food chain, that includes the grazing and detritus food chain. So we are going to see for what is a difference in between the grazing and detritus food chain, and after that we will be seeing about the food web. So the food web is something complex than the food chain structure, and finally we will be ending with the ecological pyramid or the food pyramid, which is also called as food pyramid, I can say. Okay, so these are the different points which we are going to cover in this presentation. So let us start with the food chain. Okay, now the food chain, when I say organism or being organism, whether they may be a microbes, lower or higher plants, lower or higher animals, or even human beings, all are the living organisms. So definitely they will require energy for their body mechanism, or I can say survival or metabolism. Okay, so they required energy in a form of food. So I can say the food is a primitive or primary source of energy for all the living organism in an ecosystem. But though all the organisms, they required energy source, but all are not having capacity to produce the food independently. Okay, so only the green plants are able to trap the solar energy, and then they will convert that into the chemical form of energy by photosynthesis process. Okay, so this chemical energy will be in a different form like carbohydrates, protein and fats, etc., which is an organic compound. So this organic compound or the food material, they get stored or locked up in the producers or the plants, which is helping them for themselves, for their metabolism, growth and development, and also for the next organism or the consumers. Okay, so that you have to remember that producers are those which can produce, and that is acting as a primary source of energy for all the consumers, I can say. Okay, so that is the main part you have to remember. Now next is about the consumers. Okay, so see, as I have told you that producers are having self capacity to produce a food material by photosynthesis. So all the consumers will depends on those producers directly or indirectly. So this is important term, the directly and indirectly. What does it mean? See, when I say plants, plant is eaten by the organism which are herbivores or the primary consumers. So when the herbivore they need energy, they will directly graze to the plant, or I can say they will be grazing a plants. So as they are directly taking a plant as an energy source, so this become a direct dependence on the plant. Okay, but when we talk about the secondary consumer or tertiary consumer, they are mostly carnivores. So the carnivore animals will not be grazing to the plant, but they will eat the primary consumers. Okay, so as they are flesh eating animals, so they will not be eating to the plants but to the animals. But ultimately this primary consumer is having energy by with the help of plant only. So I can say even the carnivore animal will depend on the plants indirectly, not directly but indirectly. Okay, so that's what you have to understand, that consumers, whether they may be primary, secondary or tertiary, all that depends on the producer for their food and energy source directly or indirectly. Okay, now as I have told you, the producers and different categories of consumers, ultimately they all are linked with each other for food energy or the food source. So what is done is there is a transfer of energy from one to the next trophic level, right? So when there is a transfer of energy from the one to next trophic level, this entire structure, it forms a chain like structure, because all the organisms, they are linked with each other to form a chain. Like you can see here, the plant are there, the primitive stage of consumers are there, primary consumer, and next will be secondary and then the tertiary. So this plant ka energy is taken by the primary consumer ka energy or food is as a food, it is taken by the secondary consumer, and so on. So you can see here that all these are the organism, okay, and they are linked with each other to form a uniseriate pattern called as food chain. Okay, so this thing you have to remember. Now next is what, see, I hope you understood what is a chain, or I can give you one more example of protein which made from the polypeptide chain. So what exactly the polypeptide chain is? So it's defined as a building block of amino acid where many amino acid, like suppose this is one amino acid 1, amino acid 2, and so on. So all the individual unit of amino acid, they get linked with each other through the peptide bond. Okay, so this form a chain of amino acid which is called as polypeptide. So these are the unit of amino acid which has been linked with each other. Same like that, different organisms are there which has been linked for the food source with each other to form a food chain. Okay, but remember one more thing is there, that all these organisms, okay, they are having their own position in this food chain, and that level or the position is called as a trophic level. Okay, so I hope you now can guess that what will be a first trophic level. Definitely it will be a producer, that is green plant, which is a primitive source of energy for all the organism. Okay, so you can see the next will be a consumers, and so on. So here I am having one example to show you the food chain in the terrestrial ecosystem. Now you understood what is food chain, right? But what is a terrestrial ka meaning? Terrestrial is something which is the land. So on the land there are grasses or the plants as a primitive source of energy. Okay, so in that ecosystem you can see what kind of food chain is. So see here the green plants which is taken by the mouse as a food source, and then which is followed by the snakes and finally hogs. So this shows that these are the organism which can found in the terrestrial ecosystem forming a food chain. Okay, this is very important part that you have to remember, because when you will change the ecosystem, definitely the organism will going to differ. Like I can give you one more example of aquatic ecosystem. See here it is a terrestrial which means land, but अगर मैंने यहाँ पर aquatic कहा होता, so it aquatic means which is related to the water. So definitely in water fish mostly they survive, and then there is algae, hydrophytes, and small and large fish. Okay, so such kind of organisms are there. It means individual habitat may, if you will see the different organism they exist, okay, where they are best suited or they have adapted. So you have to remember one thing clearly, that when you will see the food chain of a different ecosystem, you will see or you will find the different kinds of organism in the food chain. Okay, So that's it. Now next, okay, the kinds or the types of food chain. So you have to see here the types of food chain, which is of two kind. First is a grazing food chain and next is a detritus. Now just remember one thing, that the grazing food chain always starts with the living plant, while the detritus food chain starts with the dead organic matter. So here the dead organic matter will be acting as a source of energy for next organism. Okay, so let us see with example. Let us see with example grazing food chain, okay, which is a first type of food chain. So see, as I have told you, it starts with the green plant. So the green plant will definitely be taken or used by the herbivore as a source of energy or food, and that will be followed by the carnivore and so on. So it's just a simple thing which already I have told you, but here what is main thing is we are going to see the food chain or the grazing food chain in a different ecosystem. So what I have said, that in a different ecosystem you will find a different organism forming a specific or unique pattern of food chain. Okay, so that we will see with example, but let me first explain you about those terms like marsh community. So what is marsh community? So this is a ecosystem which is in the wetland. Okay, so marsh is nothing but the wetland where you will find a specific organism forming a food chain. And then the pond ecosystem. So what is a pond? It is a freshwater ecosystem. So you know, pond, lakes and all, these are the water bodies. So basically in aquatic ecosystem there is a marine water ecosystem and then freshwater. So basically when we say marine, it means there is a high concentration of salt is present, like sea and oceans. But when we are talking about the pond and lakes, it is a freshwater ecosystem where specific organisms survive. Okay, and then the grassland ecosystem. So what is grassland? It is a ecosystem or the place habitat which is dominated by grass. Okay, so you will see the flourishment of grass there. Okay, and it doesn't mean that not a single plant will exist there. Definitely it will be, but in a clumps or in a random pattern. But mostly you will see that grass will be there in more number or more population. That is a grassland ecosystem. Okay, next will be forest ecosystem. So when we talk about the forest, it means there are different forms of plant you will be able to see, like shrubs, bushes, lianas, and then the large canopy of trees. And also you can guess that if there is a forest, so definitely the wild animals may also exist there. So such kind of organism you will be able to see in this food chain. Next is a marine. As I already told you, it is a water body where high concentration of salt will be there. So definitely the organism which has been adapted here will be different. And then the agro ecosystem. Agro is something which is related or which means the agriculture field. So see, the agriculture field may mostly the plants are a crop plant. Okay, so this crop plant will be acting as a primitive source of energy, and you know, mostly the crops are attacked by aphids and insects. So that insects and aphids will be acting as a primary consumers, which will be followed by so on insectivores and all. Okay, so these are, you know, the different ecosystem where different organisms are found. So let us see the food chain found in these ecosystem. See, it's very simple, which already I have given you example in previous slide. Green plants eaten by mouse, and then snake and hawks. Okay, so obviously the first organism will be producer, next will be herbivore or primary consumer, next to it will be secondary consumer or carnivore, and finally it will be a top consumer or top carnivores. Okay, this word you have to remember for all food chain. Okay, now let us see for the pond ecosystem, which is a freshwater ecosystem. You have to focus on the first word in all ecosystem and community, because according to that the organism you will going to see it differs. Okay, so pond ecosystem mein the producers will be phytoplanktons, and that is eaten by zooplankton or the aquatic insects, which ultimately is eaten by small fish and followed by large fish. So that is a unique food chain found in a pond ecosystem. Okay, so next you will see the example of marsh community. So here the marsh community will show the green plants as a primary producer, which is taken as a food source by butterfly, and then dragonfly, frog, snake, and finally hawks. So this is a unique pattern you can see in the marsh community. Okay, now the next is forest ecosystem. Okay, so the forest ecosystem system, as I've told you, that the dominatingly higher plants, trees will be there, and large canopy will be there. So wild animals होने का पूरा chance रहेगा. So here the green plants are there, eaten by the or grazed by the deer, which are considered as primary consumers or herbivore, and it is followed by the tiger or some higher wild animal, which are the carnivores. Okay, so this was about the forest ecosystem. Then the grassland where you will find the grass as a primary producer, that is eaten by mouse, and then snake and hawks. And finally the marine ecosystem, the water body, where you will find the marine algae as a primary producer. See, even though the plants are microscopic, okay, still they are having capacity to photosynthesize as they are having green pigment. Okay, so the marine algae is taken by some insects or the small fish, that again is eaten by the large fish, and then the shark, I can say. This is again the example of the food chain in marine ecosystem. And then the agro ecosystem, where there is agriculture field and the cultivation of crop plants is there, acting as a primary producers, which is attacked or eaten by the aphids or insects. And then the insectivore will going to attack on the insects. Now what is insectivore? You can say one of the example of insectivores are worms, or those are such organisms which are going to eat the insects. Okay, and this insectivore will be taken by hawks. So this was about the food chain in a different kind of ecosystem. Okay, now detritus food chain. So if you remember previously, I have told you little before that the food chain are of two kind. First was grazing food chain, which always starts with a living plant, and the next part is a detritus food chain, which always starts with a dead organic matter. Okay, that is a detritus. Now see, the dead organic matter, you know, whenever anywhere there is a dead part of organism or organic matter is there, so there the microorganisms, they come to attack on it for their energy source. So they are mostly called as decomposers, which are usually bacteria and fungus. Okay, so what they do is they will going to attack, like these are the organic matter, so bacteria and fungus will going to attack on this to form a detritus. Okay, so they will decay and will form the detritus, which again will be taken by some another organism as an energy source. Okay, so just remember that it is a detritus, always starts with the dead organic matter. Okay, now the next, see, the example has been given, mangrove leaves. Mangrove leaves. See, now you will think mangrove is also the plant. So I have told you why I told like this, that it always starts with the dead part, because see, I have written here mangrove leaves. So leaf is the part of the plant which has been detached from the parent plant. So as it has been detached from the parent plant, now it is considered as a dead part. Okay, so this is attacked by the microorganism to form detritus, which is eaten by the crabs or shrimp as an energy source. And then crab shrimps are smaller organism which is taken again by the small fish, and finally the large fish. So this is, I can say, something a unique and different food chain which is found in the place where the dead organic matter is present as a primary producer. Okay, remember one thing, that even though the plant form are in a dead form or organic matter are present, the microorganisms are playing role for those organic matter which further will nourish the next organism. So even the dead form of plant or animal, or I can say organic matter, will be helpful for certain organism in an ecosystem. So all get utilized in the ecosystem. Okay, so now see, it has been told that the detritus, okay, so or the organic matter which is now in a dead form is taken or degraded or decomposed by fungus and bacteria, which which actually form the humus. So how it forms exactly? So it is in a complex form which get converted in a simple form. Okay, they can fungus and bacteria, they will convert the complex organic matter into simple form, okay, which finally forms the humus, and this humus get degraded to form a minerals which get mixed in the soil. So I can say that even the organic matter, dead organic matter, will be helping the soil for their nourishment, or it will, I can say, increase the productivity of soil, which further will helping the plants for their growth and development. And again, if the plant will be good with the growth and development, so definitely it will be acting as a primitive source of energy for all rest of all the consumers. Okay, so you have to remember one thing, that even the organic matter will be acting as a primitive source of energy for certain organism, and ultimately it will be helping for nutrient cycle too. Okay, so this is a part of different food chain. Now we are with the new topic here, the food web. Okay, let me explain you one thing. Previous just before I have explained you about the food chain, where I told you that the chain is something where many organism is linked with each other for food source, and that form a characteristic uniseriate pattern. See, uniseriate is a single line में आ रहा है वो, that is a chain. But when I talk about the web, here you have to remember that here it's not we will talk about one chain only. There will be a multiple chain which will cross link with each other to form a webby structure. Webby is something complex. जैसे spider का web होता है, तो यहाँ पर कोई एक thread like structure नहीं होता. It is many to form a complex structure. Okay, so like I can give you example, like see, this is a one chain, this will be another, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ, जैसे बहुत सारा चेन एक साथ आ जाएगा और वो वेब जैसा स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म करेगा, जिसे हम बोलेंगे फूड वेब. ठीक है, सो ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. यू जस्ट हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट फूड चेन इज वेयर मेनी ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर इन्वॉल्व in a proper series according to their mode of nutrition to form a single chain will be called as food chain. But when we talk about the food web, it is having a multiple chain to form a specific pattern, and which is a complex than the food chain. Definitely it is, if it is having many chains, so it will looks complex. This looks complex, right, as compared to the chain which is uniseriate. So that is a difference, but the purpose is same, energy transfer in the form of food. Okay, now let us see about the food web. See, now see in the ecosystem, many different food chains. Remember, very important part, many different food chain will be cross linked with each other to form a webby structure called as food web. So what is important is food chain, what we studied before is isolated form, but when we say food web, here also there is a food chain, but not chain, it's chains. Many chains will be there, and they are not in an isolated form from each other, because I told you that it is not single, and also they will not be separated. So let me explain you with the rough diagram. See, if I'm telling here many chains are involved, so it doesn't mean that एक chain है, दो है, तीन है. It's not like this. Okay, so like it will be like this: one chain, second chain, third, fourth. So what you have noticed in previous wala diagram and this, see here again I'm drawing. Okay, see here it's parallel, all the chains are in a parallel manner, but what you can see here is the primary producer will be same, which is taken or taken as a food or energy by different organism. Okay, and for this different organism, or I can say all these different organisms will be acting as a prey for some different or various organism, and finally it will reach to the same destination or taken by one organism which will take a food energy from this and this. So it means what here the chain will going to converge or will reach to a certain point where all the chains will merge and will form a web-like structure. Okay, so that you have to remember. So I hope you understood that food chains are not isolated from each other, but they will be interlinked with each other by characteristic pattern to form a food web. Okay, so we can see the example, then you will get much more clear that how it looks like a complex structure. See, the grassland ecosystem, as I explain you about the grassland, that grasses will be more here, dominatingly grasses will be there. So you know, grasses is something, or I can say the primary producer, not only for single kind of animal but also for different, है ना. So it's taken as a food source or energy by grasshoppers, by rabbit, herbivore, and even a mouse. But you know, grasshopper is something which is eaten by lizard. Rabbit is not eaten by lizard but the hawks, and the mouse is eaten by the snakes, and finally snake will taken by hawks. And hawk is something which is a final or top consumer that eat the lizard, rabbit, and even snake. Okay, so I hope you understood here that this is a one chain, this is another, this is a third one, the fourth, and the fifth. So you can see all 5 chains has been linked with each other, and you know, it started with the same plant, or the I can say same producers, end with the common organism. So it has been converged to form a web-like structure which is called as food web. Okay, so this was example of grassland ecosystem. But when you will see the different ecosystem, the organism differs. As I already told you, the wild animals and all will be found in a large canopy of trees वगैरह जहाँ पर रहेगा वहाँ ज़्यादा मिलेगा. So you can see here the organism are different. Like, see from where it has been started. I know you may confuse because it's somewhat complex, but remember one thing, the chain will always start from the producer. So just search for the green plants where it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is a primary producer, and this primary producer will help to the herbivore. Okay, here you can see this herbivore is a primary consumer एक जगह पे, and next जगह पे यहाँ पर rabbit है, and then mouse है. Mouse is eaten by someone else. Rabbit is eaten by the wild cat. Goat is eaten by jackal or the lion, and finally ending में you can see the lion will eat the jackal and the wild cat and else. It means what? There is also, here is also, you can see the many chains has been cross-linked with each other to form a complex food web structure in the forest ecosystem. Okay, so that's what I want to say you, that पर्पस वही है, फूड सोर्स के लिए लोग एक दूसरे पर डिपेंड हैं, मतलब, एंड देन but what you can see is a different organism in a different ecosystem. Chain was simple and unicellular, and you know, the web is a complex and many chains are there. Okay, so that you have to remember. Next you can see the example of marine ecosystem. See the marine ecosystem. Marine is something which is salty water, sea, oceans. So it is a water body. You know, जब water body की हम बात करते हैं तो यहाँ पर organism definitely अलग होगा. Fish होगा, diatoms होंगे जिसको आप phytoplanktons बोलते हो, और बहुत कुछ होंगे, मतलब different होंगे. So just remember here the diatom is acting as a primary producer or primitive source of energy for rest of the consumers. So you can see, अगर ध्यान से देखेंगे तो it is eaten by barnacle, mussel, clams, copepods, and so on. So it's just for your understanding. I have taken this complex example that see the webby structure कितना ज़्यादा complex है ना, but बहुत सारे chains इसमें हैं इसलिए वो complex दिख रहा है. So this is the different organism you can see in the marine ecosystem. Okay, so that's what the web is.